A year ago, my life completely collapsed. I was working as a maintenance technician. It wasn't glamorous work, but it paid the bills. I showed up early, fixed problems, kept machines running, and did what needed to get done. Like a lot of people, I thought if I just worked hard enough, everything would eventually work out. But one day, everything changed. I spoke my mind about management, and that didn't go well. Within minutes, I was fired. Just like that. No warning, no second chance. Just pack up your things. I remember walking out of that building pushing my Milwaukee toolbox across the shop floor. Everyone was watching. Some coworkers looked away because they didn't know what to say. Others just stood there silently. It was one of the most embarrassing moments of my life. I got into my car and just sat there for a long time. I didn't even know how to process what had just happened. My first thought wasn't even about money. It was about embarrassment. I didn't even want to tell my own mother I had been fired, but that same day got even worse. Later that day, my grandmother passed away. So in one single day, I lost my job and someone I loved deeply. It felt like life had punched me in the face twice. I went home that night with a million thoughts racing through my head. How am I going to pay my bills? How long before the savings run out? What am I going to tell my family? And the truth is, I didn't have answers. At the time, I had been trying to build an online business, but it was small. I didn't have a big following. I didn't have a big email list. And the little money I was making online definitely wasn't enough to survive on. I remember opening my laptop that night and just staring at the screen, thinking, what now? But something inside me said, don't quit. So I didn't. I kept learning. I kept testing opportunities. I kept building even when the results were slow. And slowly, things started to change. My online income started growing, then growing more, then growing faster. Fast forward 1 year later, my life looks completely different. My online income is now through the roof. And the craziest part is, it almost feels like every opportunity I join now turns into gold. One of the latest breakthroughs for me has been something called AI Matrix Spillover. What I like about this system is how simple it is. It's designed to help you build your email list and your team using automated pages and follow-up. So instead of trying to chase people, build complicated funnels, or explain everything yourself, you simply share your link. The system handles the presentation, the system handles the follow-up, and as the organization grows, the structure grows too. Looking back at the worst day of my life, I never imagined 1 year later I would be in this position. Sometimes the moments that feel like the end of everything end up becoming the beginning of something better. So if you're watching this right now and you feel stuck, maybe you hate your job, maybe you're tired of living paycheck to paycheck, maybe you're scared about where your next opportunity is going to come from. I know exactly how that feels, because I was there. If you want to see what I'm working on right now and decide if it makes sense for you, click the link below this video. Take a look. And who knows, maybe a year from now you'll look back at today as the moment everything started to change.